I'm back. You guys looking forward to it?
Should be good, pal.
Yeah. Should be good.
Mark Whittle, do you remember what score you got last week when you were playing at home?
I don't, to be honest, but
No.
I don't think it was that high, to be honest.
Mikey's was I don't think anyone beat Mikey 2 weeks ago, and he was obviously one of the live contestants. I'd never heard, I didn't hear anyone saying
he did really well.
Set a high bar for you too, really, didn't he?
He did.
On my ways down.
I hope he's not watching, because that will give that's the worst thing to say, giving him some confidence. There we are live. What time are we on? 13 minutes past. Right, let's introduce ourselves to everybody out there. Hi, if you're streaming along. Looking forward to this. Should be an hour of good quizzing. I lost all my questions yesterday when I was preparing for this, so I've had to put them all on again. Hopefully they're of good standard. We've got Mark Hitchen here, who played along last week in the comments section. I've got him on live this week. So hi, Mark Hitchen. Hi, how are you?
How are we doing? You all right?
Yeah, not too bad. Tell us a bit about yourself then. Like, what's your association with Rovers? How long have you been supporting them? Like, what's the crack?
Well, in terms of Rovers, I had a season ticket when I was 3. Carried on since then. Been on the fans forum since I was 17. And I've also do the scouting for Sports Interactive, so for Football Manager game. Done that now for about probably another 10 years or so. So it was interesting trying. Surprised Tottenham haven't bought a Joe Rankin Costello yet, but I've tried my best for us.
I think I said to you in a comment when I got get chatting to you that I bet you were glad that JRC made his debut this year.
Absolutely, I was getting battered off the head researcher who does it. He was like, he's not made his debut yet. So, but yes, now he has. I'm sure that £10 million bid from Tottenham's just in the offing.
Just around the corner.
For a cut of it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Mark Whittle, you're a member of the Rovers chat team, so tell us a little bit about yourself and how long you've been supporting Rovers and what you've been up to in the last little while.
Yeah, so I've been supporting Rovers now for probably the best part of 30 years, since I was a little kid, standing on the old Blackburn end. So I've been, and I'll do a little bit of work on the side for Rovers chat. I've been doing that for about 3-4 months now. So I just write a few articles, a few pieces. Recently started a Guess Who Am I, former Rover. So yeah, quite enjoying that. Keeping me busy and keeping me involved, really.
Mark's written a really good piece that's online at the moment about how people are kind of coping with the absence and what might happen to football in kind of the wake of what's been happening around the world. We're not going to talk obviously too much about what's going on with that, because this is meant to be taking us away from all that, but I do recommend that piece by Mark Whittle. It's a really good piece to read online. Mark Hitchen, do you know Andrew Holdsworth?
Yes.
Yes, he says to ask you about Dublin and Burnley.
There you go. So I was trying to go up there basically. So went to Dublin with a very good friend of mine who was a Burnley fan. We did meet before I knew he was a Burnley fan. We were children, nursery. He spotted an ex-Burnley player in the airport. So we had a chat to him for a while, sat behind us on the plane. Had a beer with him that night, and then on the Sunday night we were in a bar most of the day, and saw Chris Wood and Jeff Hendrick.
Oh.
So yeah, so they're now. I'm now a Burnley fan apparently. So yeah.
Well, you said you wanted to avoid abuse tonight, but maybe you just started it.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks to Andrew. Right, thanks Andrew for getting in touch and giving us some dirt on our guest straight away. Let's get going with the quiz, I think. What time are we on? 17 minutes past, so we'll get started. Before we do, just like to remind everybody that if you are kind of taking part tonight in whatever format that might be, we are raising money for Mind during these quizzes. Fantastic charity that obviously a lot of people may be struggling with their mental health at this time, going through isolation, and if you've got loved ones that are sick, Mind will be there supporting everybody that they can do throughout the country. That's the address down there. I think Dan, who's in charge of the comments and stuff tonight, will throw a comment on the various platforms saying where you can just click on that and donate any money that you can possibly spare to Mind. Especially if you usually go to a pub quiz every week, then maybe just give a couple of quid that you would usually give for the entry there to Mind. We also have the viewers' question, which last week was a very good one about Turkish internationals who played for Rovers. If anyone does have a viewer's question, then I'll be delighted to give that to the guys as the final question of the quiz. So nobody will know what that is until we get a viewer's question in there. So look forward to that. Right, so again, like last time, we're just going to start with the random bag of crap, which is just some general questions with no particular theme other than obviously Rovers. So question number 1 of the quiz is, who is the only Grenadian international to have played for Blackburn Rovers? I will have a recap of all the questions at the end of the round. So if you do miss any due to stream glitches or whatever, you will be able to see them all on one slide at the end of the round. But that's question 1. Who is the only Grenadian international to have played for Blackburn Rovers? I will caveat that with, I didn't look into the 19th century. So if there happened to be one from 1888 to 1900, then I'm sorry about that. Question number 2. Who scored the most league goals for Rovers, Andy Cole or Roque Santa Cruz? Question number 3. Which club has Chris Sutton managed? Which English club has Chris Sutton managed? Question number 4. How many times did Rovers make the playoffs between their inception, the playoffs inception in 1986-87 and promotion in 91-92? So how many times did Rovers make the playoffs in that 5-year period? Question number 5. Which player scored a hat-trick of free kicks against us in a pre-season friendly at Ewood in 2000? Question number 6. How many European Championships finals did Nuno Gomes score in? Obviously not much of a Rovers legend, but, did play for us, so these counts. Question 7. Name Paul Lambert's current club. So who does Paul Lambert currently manage? And question number 8 is the final question of this round. It's a bit of a bigger one. Name our last 4 managers before Kenny Dalglish. Now, Mark Whittle said he'd been supporting Rovers for like 30 years. I never actually got. Did I get a figure from Mark Hitchen? How long did you say you've been supporting Rovers for, Mark Hitchen?
30 years now.
Oh, right. Okay. So, what does that make it? 1990. So this is You should be able to get 1 or 2 at least, I'd say.
Yeah, I've got.
So those are all 8 questions there on one slide. If you've joined in late or there's been a problem with the glitching of the streams or whatever, then you can see all the questions on one slide there. I'll just give you another minute or so. Feel free to answer the questions in the comments. See nobody really answering them on the Facebook ones yet. But the lads can't see your answers. I've told them that they're not allowed to have anybody else in the room with them whilst they're answering it, just in case they are on the answers as well. So I'd like to see some answers in there if you are playing along. Of course, if you don't know any of the answers, then that's probably why it's blank. But we'll go ahead and give those answers. We're going to go round by round so we can keep track of the scores. Excuse me. So we'll start with Mark Hitchen, I think. The first question was on Grenadian international who'd played for Blackburn Rovers. Do you know who that is?
Jason Roberts.
Here's Jason Roberts. You get that one, Mark Whittle?
Yeah, I don't know if you can see on there, but yeah.
Yeah, that's fine by me. I'll trust you anyway. I will ask for confirmation if I feel like I need to. Question number 2 was Andy Cole or Roque Santa Cruz for the most league goals, Mark Whittle.
I actually went for Santa Cruz.
It's Andy Cole, got 27. Santa Cruz got 23. Hitchen, did you get that?
Andy Cole.
Andy Cole, yeah. 2-1. Chris Sutton, Mark Hitchen. Who's he managed?
Lincoln.
Yeah. Lincoln City. Mark Whittle, you get that one?
No, I knew it was a lower league club, but I had down Grimsby Town, so
Quite a
I
while
didn't get
ago
that
now,
one.
actually.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember which team it was. Yeah.
You didn't do a very good job, so
No.
hasn't got much of a career in it. The playoffs. How many times have we reached the playoffs in the 80s? Well, not just the 80s, obviously until 91 as well.
I've got down 3 times.
Mark Hitchen?
Gone 4.
4 times. We came 5th 3 years in a row. And then obviously the 6th place finish in our promotion season. I forgot. So who was the player who scored the hat-trick of free kicks against us?
Ian Hart.
Ian Hart. Was any of you there for that?
Yeah.
I was there. Yeah, Ian Hart. Yeah.
So I both got that one. 5-2. Next question was this one. 3 times Nuno Gomez scored in European Championship finals. Mark Hitchen's got a shake of his head. You didn't get that one, no?
No, I had 2.
I had 2 as well.
2. Yeah, only a few people have managed to do 3. Joined a very select club, I think. Question 7 was Lambert's current club. Did you both get Ipswich?
Ipswich, yeah.
6-3. And then the final one then. So the managers will go with... so who was before Kenny Dalglish, Mark Whittle?
Don Mackay.
Yeah, and then who was before that, Mark Hitchen?
You see, I had Parks in as a caretaker at some point, but I've gone... The other 2 I've gone are Howard Kendall and Jim Smith.
Okay, do we have anybody else, Mark Whittle?
I've got Bobby Saxton.
Okay, so yeah, I suppose I should have said permanent managers. I just went for kind of permanent appointments. Don Mackay, Bobby Saxton, Howard Kendall, who obviously got that promotion, I think, from the 3rd division, and Jim Eiley was before him. So how many did you get there, Mark Hitchen?
2.
2. And Mark Whittle?
3.
So at the end of the first round, that's 8-5 to Hitchen. How did you do at home? That's what we want to know. Post in the comments whether you're watching on YouTube, on Facebook, or on Twitter. I am assured that they're all working. So let's see if any of you have beaten 8 so far. And if you think the questions are good, bad, crap, whatever, I can take it. It's fine. Let's move on to the next round. I'll turn it up to 11. So the 11 is highlighted here because we're looking for 11 answers for the first part of this question. We're looking for you to name the starting 11 versus Preston North End on May the 2nd, 2001, which is obviously a big date in a lot of Rovers fans' calendar. I won't give away what happened on that date because it might make it even a bit too easy. But I want the starting 11 versus Preston North End on May the 2nd, 2001. There are supplementary questions. Who was the Preston manager that day? And the other one that I want to know is, which gives you an answer to one of the questions, who assisted Matt Jansen's winning goal? I'm pretty certain you would have all got Jansen anyway, so I didn't mind giving that one away. Who was the starting 11 versus Preston North End on May the 2nd, 2001? And I will give you all a couple of minutes to have a go at that. Are you trying to search for someone in your brain, Mark Hitchen, or have you got them all?
I'm debating between on the last question. I can picture it.
Right, yeah. It's one of those where it's kind of etched into your brain, but you're just searching for a name, maybe?
I'm torn between a couple. That's what it is. But I've gone with it now. So
okay. Just give you another couple of seconds on this one. So remember, we're looking for these supplementary answers as well. Who was the Preston manager that day? And, well, it was in the evening, actually, rather than the day. And who assisted Matt Jansen's winning goal? Were you actually in the stadium, Mark, or both of you?
No, I wasn't at that match.
No, I wasn't either. Okay, so the 11 then. We'll start with the goalkeeper, which is probably quite easy. We'll start. Mark Whittle, do you want to start us off with the goalkeeper?
Yeah, Brad Friedel.
Friedel, yeah. And then the back four. Mark Hitchen, do you want to just go through the back four for us?
I've gone Curtis, Berg, Short and Bjornaby.
Any disagreement on that, Mark Whittle?
No, I've got the same back four.
Okay. I'll see if you're right in that in a minute. Midfield four. I think it was a 4 anyway. I do know the team. It's just I'm not sure whether it was a 5 or a 4. Mark Whittle, do you want to go through the midfield?
Yeah, I've got Craig Hignett, Gary Flitcroft, David Dunn and Damien Duff.
Okay. Hitchen, any disagreement?
I've gone Gillespie instead of Hignett.
Okay. And then the front two, Mark Hitchen?
I've gone Jansen and Bent.
Jansen and Bent. Mark Whittle?
Yeah, Jansen and Marcus Bent. Yeah.
Okay, so let's have a look at what the 11 actually was. Ignore that. So it was Friedel. It was Curtis Shortberg and Damian Johnson was playing left back.
All right.
Or it was a back three, one or the other. Gillespie, Flitcroft, David Dunn, Damien Duff, Matt Jansen, and you both went Marcus Bent. It was Mark Hughes.
Yeah, it was.
So that's 9-8, wasn't it? Yeah, 9-8. And that one.
Mark Hughes, he started that game.
Yeah.
I have to say, I did it myself, and I didn't get Johnson or Hughes either. It's just obviously selected for that game. I think Johnson had a goal ruled out in the first 10 minutes for the game. Or was it Flitcroft? It was either one of them. Anyway, the manager, David Moyes. You both get David Moyes?
Yeah.
Yeah. And who assisted Janssen's goal?
I think it was Flitcroft.
I seem to remember him out jumping Flitcroft at the back post, and I thought it was either Short or Berg that headed it back, and I've gone Berg in the end.
You're going to kick yourself then. Craig Short.
Short.
I watched it a few times to make sure it was a proper assist as well. Yeah,
right.
He headed the corner back across goal. It bounced, and Jansen nodded it in at the near post of the corner, but the back post of the header. So 18-14, the scores stand at after the second round. I wonder if you guys at home got all 11. I wonder if you were there and managed to remember who all 11 players were, and if you got Craig Short as well, then let us know in the comments. You've done a good job there if you have. Let's move on to the next round then. Okay, this is my life. Some career paths of some Rovers players, and you've got to just tell me who the player is, basically. So let's have a look at question number 12. From Barnsley to Darlington to Chelsea, which isn't the career path that you see these days, so I might give you an idea as a bit of an older player. Coventry City, Liverpool, then Rovers, Southampton, then on loan a few times, and Leicester. I have cut off the rest of his career because it goes a bit weird, but that's his kind of professional career. Question 13, next one. You might not be able to see it. Millwall, Rovers, then on loan a couple of times from Rovers, then West Brom and Burnley. So a player who's made that journey from Rovers to Burnley in his career. Someone else saying Flitcroft assist for that. I'm pretty certain. I've watched it 3 times now.
It's in at the back post, weren't it? That's what it was.
Yeah. 4,000 calls have come up with a bit of trivia. Damien Johnson started 12 matches in the 2000-2001 season and Rovers won 10. There you go. Thanks for that. 4,000 calls. Question 14. Dundee United to Rovers, then went on loan to Leicester, then Bradford, Preston, Clydebank, back to Leicester and Fulham. Paul Duckworth saying he got 100% for the 11 against Preston, which is good. Thanks, Paul, for joining in. Glad to see the numbers are at the same sort of level on Facebook as they were last time around. Thank you for supporting this, guys. Hopefully it's given you a little bit of excitement. Question 15. It's the last one of these. Started his career at Rovers, then went to Everton, Birmingham, Blackpool, back to Rovers, and then a spell at Brighton at the end of his career. And I've just put on also that he played for England. reminder of the score at the moment is 18-14. So if Mark Hitchen gets all of these wrong and then Mark Whittle gets them all right, he'll be back level. Don't think that's going to happen, but you know. All right, lads. That's just 4 of those this week because we've got something else coming in. Let's see if we can start off with the first one, which was Barnsley to Darlington to Chelsea and then Liverpool and all sorts. So, Mark Hitchen, first of all, for that one.
Speedy.
David Speedy. Both got that, yeah?
Yeah.
Next one was Millwall and then to us, Mark Whittle.
Couldn't think of this one
Hitchen.
at all.
Stephen Reid.
Yeah, the man with the thunderbolt. That goal that he scored against Wigan, I keep watching that over and over again. It's amazing.
Just couldn't think of who's played for Burnley. It's like, trying to rattle the brains, but
Yeah.
Read it.
Not that many clubs. But,
no, it wasn't. Yeah, frustrating.
Mark Hitchen, the next one.
I got Callum Davidson.
Callum Davidson's the right nationality. Mark Whittle, do you get anyone for that?
I just Kevin Gallagher at a guess.
Yeah, again, yeah. I can see where you're both coming from. Did they both even play for Dundee United as well, those two? I think they did.
I think Kevin Gallagher did, yeah.
It's Billy McKinley.
Oh.
One of my favourite players to pull on a Rovers shirt, actually.
It's the Preston thing and the Leicester for Davidson, but...
Yeah, I can see that. And then the final one was a tough one. It was going back. Certainly someone that any of us wouldn't have seen play. No, either of you? No, it was a tough one.
Ronnie Clayton.
Fred Pickering, it was.
Yeah.
James Wilkinson on Twitter spoke to me a couple of days ago. Fred Pickering's international career is incredible. I think it's 3 appearances, 5 goals. It's pretty impressive. Thanks for that, Jim. Okay, that makes it 2014? No, 1914. Wait, you both got Speedy, didn't you? So 2015 that is now. 2015 going into this one. Again, please in the comments let us know what your current score is, see if you're beating these guys. I'd like to see I haven't seen anyone admitting what the scores are yet. Someone's got 100% on that turned up to 11 rounds, so they must be somewhere near. Wish you were here. So we're going to see some photographs of some stadiums here that we visited when we were in our League One season a couple of seasons ago. So if you're an avid away follower of the Rovers during that season, then you should recognise these stadia. What I want to know is the team that plays. I don't need to know the name of the stadium, just the team that plays there. This one was given out as a teaser question over social media, so hopefully if you were paying attention to that social media, you'll have seen the answer to that at some point. I'd like to thank tims92.co.uk for these fantastic panoramic pictures of these stadiums. That's the next one, question 17. Who plays at that stadium? Again, these are all teams that were in League One when we were in that league for that season. So we've had someone who's got 30 out of 40 so far on Twitter. Someone on YouTube as well on 30 out of 40. Foxy, nice to see you, Michael Fox, one of my friends from school, 18 so far, so kind of in between you two. Question number 18, who plays at this stadium? It's a very nicely balanced stadium, this one, isn't it? Look at that. There's a Tony Avino, legend that he is, 16 after round 3. Question 19, who plays at that stadium? Again, quite a nicely balanced stadium, all the things the same height. We've temporarily lost the guys. It goes off after 40 minutes, so I'll have to get the guys back on. And that's question number 20 for you as well.
Back on.
Yeah. So I should have mentioned that in our preparations. It goes off after 40 minutes for some reason. I don't know why it does that, but usually there's a 40-minute limit. But obviously during this crisis, they're taking it off. So apologies to all those at home as well. It just does that after 40 minutes on Zoom. Mark's on his way back as well, Mark Whittle.
Yeah.
So if you didn't see question 20 there, guys, it's just on there at the moment.
Okay.
Everyone, is that the fifth one of this round?
Sorry?
Is that the fifth one of this round?
It's the sixth one, I think. Hold on. Oh, no, yeah, it was the fifth one, yeah. Mark,
and
did you see?
I missed the third and fourth.
So, you didn't see this one?
Yeah, I've seen that one. It's after that I haven't seen.
Right, okay, so that's question 19 there.
Right, brilliant.
With the blue seats.
Okay.
And then question 20 here.
Yeah.
And then there's one more after this, I think.
Oh.
Do you remember some of these stadiums, guys?
Yeah, one or two, I think, yeah.
And then this is the final one of these. Question 21. I'd say it's probably the lowest attendance of all the ones that we've seen in this round. I'm not sure many away fans would have squeezed into that, so interested to see who would have been there. Maybe in the comments, if you went to all of these stadiums, let us know. It'd be quite an achievement. Okay, so wish you were here answers. We had that first one. That was put out on social media, and a lot of people quickly identified, especially seeing that WFC at the top end there. That is Walsall, the Bescott Stadium. I don't know what the Bank Stadium is it's referred to now. We had Oldham Athletic. Did you both get Oldham?
Oldham, yeah.
They've got a new stand, but yeah.
Obviously no longer in League One, unfortunately, but there it is. Next one was that nicely rounded red and white goals. Did you see that one? Who got that?
Doncaster
Rovers.
Yeah.
Get that as well, Hitchen, yeah.
Was, yeah.
Yeah. The next one was also quite a newer stadium. Did anyone get that one?
Shrewsbury
Town. That's the next one. The next one was a bit more old school. Scotland.
Yeah.
Yeah, both get that.
Yeah.
Stay every day to work, so.
And the last one was that really small one, wasn't it? Who got that one?
AFC Wimbledon.
It was AFC Wimbledon. Clean sweep for Mark Hitchen there. I think it was for Mark Whittle as well, was it?
No, I didn't get the last one. I had Northampton, unfortunately, for the last one.
I think you can see just on the far. Yeah. It says Kingstonian FC, I think.
Right, yeah.
It's a pretty difficult one to spot. But,
yeah.
AFC Wimbledon there. So that was 6 for Mark Hitchen, 5. So 26-20. And then we're back to a random bag of crap. So let's get straight into this now. Who made more Rovers appearances, Gary Flitcroft or Two Guy? Dan from roverschat has messaged me saying, I've smashed all these stadiums. What an away day at the last one. An away day at AFC Wimbledon. Question 23. Who was our last UEFA competition match against? It was the UEFA Cup. I don't know why I didn't just put UEFA Cup. We only had that one season in Champions League. Who was our last UEFA Cup match against? One of our many embarrassing exits, I would say. Question 24. This is probably my favourite question in the entire quiz. What links Rovers, the TV drama Casualty, the song Warwick Avenue, and the former poet laureate? I think Tony Avino, if you're still watching, you'd appreciate that one. I'm not going to sing Warwick Avenue unless requested to after another beer. Question 25. Spell the name of the Dutch international who signed on loan for us and tried to ruin our title run in 1995. Now, that might be a biased opinion, but I know it's one that Mikey Delap and a few other people share. I've tried to kind of almost give away who the person is because the question is really a spelling ground, but hopefully you know who I'm talking about.
No. Okay.
But he doesn't have a clue how to spell it.
No.
I'd just like to say this is an assistant head of a school.
I can do it phonetically for you if that helps.
You know what? I'm going to hold you to that when we come around to doing it. Question 26. Obviously, I'm going to need evidence of the spelling. So make sure you've done your nicest handwriting. Question 26. Name the match in which Rovers scored the most goals under Mowbray. Thanks, Tony. I thought you'd appreciate that. Right. Next one, question 27. There's 2 marks available here. Who was the last Rovers player to be named in the Premier League PFA Team of the Year? And the extra mark is for which year was that? I'll give you a clue. It's not been since 2012 anyway. Ryan Hildred's breezed into the comments. Former competitor last time around. So he's got all of them so far. I bet he's wishing that this was his quiz then, last time around. So that was question 27. Who was the last Rovers player to be named in the PFA Premier League Team of the Year, and which year was it? Question 28. Who does Ruben Rashina currently play for? Definitely a fan's favourite in his time here. But who's he play for now? The Tony Mowbray goals question that I asked earlier, it's not involving friendlies, it's competitive matches only. It's not just league either, it's league and cup, but not friendlies. So who does Ruben Rashina play for? Question 29. Which famous Premier League player's grandson scored in our youth cup run this year? So I'm not asking for the player who actually scored, I'm asking for his grandfather. That FA Cup youth run, obviously, which still hasn't ended yet, of course. We were due to play the semi-finals. I think it was Man City that we'd drawn. semi-finals. We'll see what happens if that gets scrapped or not with the current situation. Hopefully not. And the final question of this round is, name the players who finished top league goal scorers for us in 2010-11. The fact that there's 3 marks probably gives you an idea of how many people you're looking for. Remember, if you're viewing along here and you're enjoying yourself, why not submit a question? We still need a viewer's question for the end of the round. If you know any particularly good Rovers trivia that Mark would like to have a go at, maybe even myself, instead of actually setting all the questions. Maybe Foxy or Vino, if you're out there, give us a question. In fact, 4,000 holes, if you're still watching and you've got loads of Rovers trivia stored in that library of yours, maybe throw us out a good question from maybe some back issues or something like that. That'd be great. I think that's all the questions. You might not be able to see the bottom one because we've got a banner on there for Mind. But those are most of the questions, at least, anyway, for this round on one slide, if you missed any. Sorry, Ryan, I thought you meant all the answers. You just got all the grounds, not all the answers. Okay, I can see you both still tapping away there, so I'm going to give you another couple of seconds to just try and get that last goal scorer or current scores. Just remind you before we head into what will be the last round next is 26-20. Okay, I'm going to call it there, guys. Let's go back to who made more league appearances for Rovers, Flitcroft or Two Guy. We'll start with Mark Hitchen for this one.
Well, based on the fact Flitcroft had a lot of injuries, I went Two Guy.
Mark Whittle, who did you go for?
I actually went Flitcroft.
It is Flitcroft, 248 to 233. Flitcroft was around for a long time, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Not much.
I think he was with us. 96 Flitcroft, I think, when he signed.
Who was our last UEFA match against? Mark Whittle?
I went for the Greek side, Larissa.
Yeah, Larissa, it was. Mark Hitchen, did you get that one?
I didn't. I got Leverkusen. I knew there was another one after, but...
Yeah, we played MyPar in the first round of that UEFA Cup.
Yeah, we did. Was it Intertoto?
Yeah, we got through the Intertoto, yeah. Which is still UEFA competition, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway. The next one was, my favourite question. What links Rovers, the Casualty and Park Avenue and Fallen Port Laureate? Mark Hitchen.
I put Duffy.
You put Duffy, Mark Whittle?
No, I had no idea.
No, it is Duffy, yeah. Shane Duffy, the nurse Duffy, who recently died apparently in Casualty. I don't watch Casualty, but Warwick Avenue was sung by Duffy, and Carol Ann Duffy was the Poet Laureate until last year. Right, next one was, the spelling. Right, hold it up then. Let's have a see. Vichka, you got it right. Oh, no, wait, no. The G and the H are the wrong way around.
It isn't very clear, but...
The H and the G I've got wrong way around.
Yeah.
It's not very clear, unfortunately. But
spell it out then. Come on. W.
W-I-T.
Yeah.
S-C-H-G-E.
You giving him that? Yeah. We'll have that. Right. Next one. Oh yeah, the Rovers goals. It was 5-1 against Carlisle. Either of you get that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually had Sheffield Wednesday away this season.
Yeah, 4. We scored 4 a few times, but the only 5 that I could find was.
Was that with 5-0 at Sheffield Wednesday this season, wasn't it?
Was it 5 against Wednesday as well?
5-0 this season, yeah.
Oh God, okay. Well, you can have that one as well. Was it 5?
Yeah,
it was
5-0.
Yeah, of course it was. Yeah.
Back in January. Yeah.
Both of those are fine. Yeah, I just didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't put that one on the thing. So yeah, at home. Sorry for the confusion there. It's not on the slide, but yeah, that 5-0 at Wednesday as well. The 2 marks here. Brad Friedel. No.
Yeah.
No, I didn't get that. No.
No, I was tying between him and Duff, and I went for Duff 2002. But yeah.
Yeah. Brad Friedel 2002-3. The next one, Ruben Rachina plays for.
I didn't get it.
No, I didn't get that.
No,
I
Levante.
had Atletico Bilbao.
Yeah. He played for Granada, then he went to Rubin Kazan, and now Levante. Yeah, so Ian Wright.
Yeah.
Yeah, both got that. Do you both know the name of his grandson who scored for us?
DeMarco.
Yeah.
Close enough, I think. It's DiMaggio, right, Phillips?
DiMaggio, yeah. Right, Phillips.
Right, and then the last question is the goal scorers. So did any of you get any of them?
A year wrong, that might be the problem. But I've gone Roberts, McCarthy, and Dunn.
Roberts is right.
I've got Roberts, Santa Cruz, and Samba.
So I can see it was a vintage year for Rovers. Nikola Kalinic, Howler, and Roberts.
I think it was the year that.
Yeah. Before.
30 plays 26. I've got that as going into this final round. Well, it's not the final round for you guys. It's the final round for you at home. I'm not sure if we've had any viewers' questions or not yet, but go ahead and put those in there. We've got just a little bit of a chance now. I've made a new round here called whoscored.com in homage to the Fantastic Stats website. What I want everyone to do is to tell me who scored in these matches, these famous high-scoring victories for Rovers, stretching out over a few seasons just to get the kind of the breadth of the knowledge in there. What I will say to you is, and this is probably more pertinent for you guys, but also for you playing at home, this is important. So I know your minds are working on those matches, but every goal scorer that you get is a point. Every goal scorer that you put down that's wrong is a minus a point. Okay, so it saves you from putting down everybody who played in those teams, basically. So every goal scorer that you get correct is 1 point, and that goes across all of them. So if someone scored in 2 matches, I'm only after the goal scorers in general. So you don't have to tell me how many they've scored. If someone got a hat trick, for instance, it's just the one name that I'm after. So every goal scorer earns you a point. Every goal scorer that you get wrong takes a point away. So the scores could all change. It's 30-26 here in the studio, which isn't actually a studio, it's everybody's kitchen. And hopefully for you guys at home as well. So remember that at home, every goal scorer that you get is 1 point. Every goal scorer that you go for and get wrong, it's minus a point. I was there for 1, 2, 3 of those, I think. It's just gone past 9 o'clock, but this is the last kind of official quiz question for everybody. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Please, give us some positive feedback, negative feedback. It doesn't matter. Just anything that you thought about the quiz, whether you thought the questions are too easy, too hard, whether you thought the presenter was just full of himself and crap, whether you thought the presenter needs to lose a few pounds. It's not the most flattering angle. Look at that double chin there. So what we'll do at the end of this round, guys, is Mark Whittle will read his answers out that he's got, and then we'll know, because he's the one behind, what you've got to get to, Mark Hitchen, to be able to take home the prize, which is pride. I don't really have anything for you, I'm afraid. I'll give you a couple more seconds, see if anybody flashes into your brain. Some good goals in this lot. Some crap goals as well, but they all counted. Okay, we'll call it a go there. Mark Whittle, I'm not going to put the answers up just yet.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you to read out your list of names that you've got down there.
Right. Right. There was more I could have put, but
You've chickened out.
With the minus point and with me already trailing, I think I'm going to play a bit safe. So anyway, the Norwich, I've got Shearer, Sherwood, and Ripley.
Okay.
Forest, I've got Shearer, Lassalle, Lars Bohinen, and Mike Newell.
Just for reference, if you give me a name that's in any of these, and it's right. So you don't have to be specific to the matches, but obviously that does help me write them down, which is great.
Yeah.
So carry on.
I'll carry on game order. Chef Wednesday, the only two that I could think of were Sutton and Gallagher.
Yeah.
The West Ham, I've got Janssen, Dunn, Hignett, Two-Guy, and Marcus Bent. And for the Bristol City away, again, the only two names that came into my head for that one was Jordan Rhodes and Ruben Rashina.
Okay. So that is a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, which, if all are correct, would take one to 41. So, Mark, you would need 11. What do you think of that list? Did you have a lot of those as well?
Similar, to be fair, yeah. So, there's a few that I thought, if you hadn't had the point off, I'd have gone a couple more, but I've gone Norwich, I've gone Shearer, Cowans, and Wegley. Forest, I went Lassalle, Shearer, Bohinen. Sheffield Wednesday, I went Gallagher, Sutton, and I can't remember, but I think Darlene. West Ham.
Sorry, are you going with Darlene, or have you decided to go?
Yeah.
You are going for it.
West Ham, I was going Dunn, Two-Guy, and Janssen. I wasn't sure about Hignett, so I left him off. Bristol City, I remember Rhodes, but wasn't certain on the others, so I've just stuck Rhodes down.
So, Shearer, Wegley, and who else do you say for Norwich? Cowans, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So if all those right, then you would have got 13 points, which would just see you scrape home. Right, let's see what the answers are. So in that Norwich game, Wegley got 2, Sherwood, Shearer got 2, Cowans was right, and Ripley. Shearer, Bohinen, Newell, and Lassalle against Forest. Sutton, Wilcox, Gallagher, Bohinen, Graham Hyde own goal. Against West Ham, Flitcroft, Dunn, Johnson, Grant McCann own goal. Two-Guy, Janssen, Hignett, Rhodes, Nuno Gomes, Rashina, and Scott Dan. So you actually both did really well. I think you both got one wrong.
Yeah.
Marcus Bent for you, Mark Whittle, which gives you 14, which puts you on 40 points. Martin Darlene wasn't correct for you, Mark. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You needed 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Which gives you the win in the quiz of 42 to 40. I'm going to keep you on because there's an extra question for you, which is the dare duel that I did last week with Ryan and Mike, which I know have caused a few nerves. And that's the end of the quiz for you guys at home as well. I'd love to know how you did in that last round. I'd love to know how many people just went completely for it and tried to get all of them. But some good memories there anyway to send us home on. Possibly, and some good scoring in the studio here. So it's all together out of 73. We've got 42 versus 40 here in the quiz. Let us know how you did at home. If you want to stick around for the dare duel, I very much appreciate it if you did. This is the question for the dare duel. I'd love to know how many people at home might go for here. We're looking for nationalities that have been represented in a league game for Rovers since 2010. So the dare duel, if you remember from last time, I'm going to ask Mark Hitchen, because he was the winner of the quiz, to name how many nationalities he thinks he can get without getting one wrong. And then Mark Whittle can either go above that or ask him to name them. And if Mark Whittle goes above that, then Mark Hitchen can go above that, and so on and so forth until we get to someone naming all the nationalities. The game will stop when one of them is incorrect. So Mark Hitchen, gives a first guess.
I'll go 8.
Mark Whittle.
I'd say go name them.
Before you say that,
Yeah.
nationalities include England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. So there's 5. So
right, okay then. Well, yeah, I'll have a go then.
You don't have to have a go. You can just go higher and then make Mark Hitchen go even higher.
Right. Go on. I'll go higher.
I will say that you're not giving off the confident vibes.
No, not quite with this.
No.
But I'll go higher.
Yeah. How many?
I'll go 10.
10.
Yeah.
I'll let him have a go, I think.
You let him have a go on 10?
Yeah.
Right. So we're not talking about people who've represented, just people who have nationalities, right? Okay. So we're just looking for nations.
Right, okay.
Okay, so
yeah.
Go.
Right, so you've got England, Scotland,
England, Scotland, Wales,
Northern Ireland, Republic of Ireland, Spain,
yeah.
France,
yeah.
Italy, Germany, Holland.
I think you lost it on Italy.
Was it Italy?
Can't think of a single Italian. I've tried to memorize this list because last time I had to put it up and it kind of ruined everything. So,
right.
Did you remember an Italian, Mark Hitchen?
Not before then, but not since then.
So this is the full list in total. England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, Namibia, of course. Ryan Nyambe currently playing for us. We've had Namibia, Spain, Germany, Sweden, Holland, New Zealand, Ryan Nelson, Portugal, loads of them. Hope Akpan from Nigeria, Jamaica, Elliot Bennett technically, although he's not playing for Jamaica, but there was another one, Lee Williamson. The Gambia, Mo Barrow was the Gambia. France, Norway, Josh King, Cameroon, Benin, Rudy Gestede was Benin. Formica was Argentina. Sandomierski was Poland. US was Jermaine Jones. When I say them all like this, it's like, oh yeah, of course it is. It's easy, right? Simon Vucevic from Montenegro. Chris Samba, of course, Republic of the Congo. Grenada, Jason Roberts. We had that in the quiz. Senegal, Croatia, and Zimbabwe. So there, quite a lot to go for.
Yeah.
32, I think there is. You could have said. Okay. So, viewers' question, we do have one. And we can all have a go here. We've got one here. Name 10 Africans to have played for us. So, fire away.
Aaron Mokoena.
Yeah, Mokoena's one. We must have had, so Gestede, obviously.
Samba,
Samba.
yeah.
Koita? No, is he French? Or is he Cameroon?
Juve.
El Hadj Diouf, yeah.
Both Juves.
Oh, Mame, yeah.
Benny McCarthy.
McCarthy. What's that put us on now? 7. If Koita's right. Let's have a think. People shouting out at home. Hawkback fan, I suppose. Technically, he's from London, I think, but he played for Nigeria. Mo Barrow, I just mentioned. One more.
Did we say Samba?
Samba, yeah, I've got him down third person. Who's the one who went to Germany and was amazing? Oh, Modeste, he's French, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Call it there. Oh, Yakubu.
Yeah.
Yakubu. Good question. Hopefully you enjoyed it as well. Good question.